Hey there, ConnorCondria here, and welcome back to another tier list for Mario Party minigames. Today we're going to be doing Mario Party 4. Now, for those who might be following through each one, you might have noticed that last week this was supposed to go up, but certain things have happened over the past week or two to where I couldn't necessarily put this out, so I'm going to be putting it out today. And then next week, we'll be going back to Mario Party 5, and then we'll continue on our schedule. So, without any, delaying, we're just gonna head right into it and rank the Mario Party 4 minigames. First, we have Manta Rings. Manta Rings is okay. It's not amazing because you do have to mash the button as fast as you can to get to certain rings before other players, which can take, decent amount of skill. There are things in your way that can hinder a lot of things. I think it's a solid B. Slime Time, I'm also putting out a solid B. While I was, certain games I love mashing in, certain games it just feels a little off. But it's still a fun minigame. And starting out with our first S tier minigame of a few, we have Book Squirm. Book Squirm, everybody knows. Alright, everybody knows Book Squirm. Everybody knows it's an S tier. It's one of the most fun mini games in Mario Party history. Everybody loves it. If you don't say you love it, you're wrong. Alright, next one. We have Mario Medley. This is a minigame where you have to do timing and patience. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Yeah, it's just basically timing, patience, and not over, what's the word? Whatever it is, you're trying not to do too much, otherwise you're going to fall behind in the end. Can't think of the word. I'm stupid. Let's move on. Next we have Avalanche. It's okay. I'd probably put it at a B tier as well. It's a fun minigame. You're trying to escape an avalanche. You got rocks in your way. You got ramps you can jump off of. It's pretty fun. Domination. Now, this is probably one of the few that I'll put in A tier for mashing games, mainly because I like the fact that after you're done mashing, you can basically tell how many times you hit it per second, because it does 10 seconds, and then you can basically do simple division to figure out if I got 100 times, I got 10 per second. I like that, and it's a nice way for me personally to keep track of how fast I can mash. Next, we have Paratrooper Plunge. It's a coin collecting minigame, and in my opinion, it's a pretty good one at that. It's not the best, but it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty fun one. You got 3 chances, otherwise, you're fucked. Next, we have Toad's Quick Draw. This, I'm going to put it a C tier, only because it's kind of a luck of the draw. Literally, Toad's Quick Draw is a luck of the draw. It's obviously going to be random at which color you're trying to find, but basically, once you get the color, if you're not on it or somebody's not on it, it is just a mashing fest to see who the hell can click it first. Next, we have 3 Throw. Another C tier minigame. The only reason it is not higher is the fact that if you are in the middle, if you are the middle 2, you are so fucked. You will almost never win if the people on the sides know what they're doing, because the 3 rows are obviously coming in from the sides. The top and the middle are the easiest to hit. Low is kind of hard in my opinion. I've never really hit the low. Top is 1 point, middle is, oh Jesus, oh god, my water's falling on things. Alright, let's move that over there. But yeah, top is 1, middle is 2, I think, maybe 3, and then the bottom is also 1. If you're on the right side and the top is coming in from the right side, you can just time it and shoot them all. Same with the left. Left would be the middle. You just shoot them in all. It just sucks for the middle people. Photo Finish, another C tier minigame. It's not bad. It's just I'm not huge on puzzle mini games when it comes to like puzzle pieces. I've never been good at doing them. So that's just my opinion. Next, we have Mr. Blizzards Brigade. I'd probably put it at a B tier. It's a game where you gotta avoid the mushrooms. Yeah, the mushrooms. The snowmen throwing snowballs at you. You can get in other people's way. It's a fun mini game. Bomb Breakers. I'd probably put it in an A tier. While I'm not big on puzzles, I do kind of enjoy Tetris-esque mini games. And this one is more fun. I did the I'm going to try not to do the This one is more fun because you can go in other people's areas to make points. That is genius in my idea. That's like fucking genius. I can't believe they never thought of that prior to this. Next, we have Long Claw of the Law. It's a B tier minigame. You gotta go around. There's like 7 or 8 different areas, up and down. You gotta find the 3 of whatever it gives you. In the example that it's showing, it's a chain chop. You go collect the 3, and then whoever does it first wins. Stamp Out. Stamp Out is... I have mixed opinions about this one. I'm probably put it at like a B. It's a good minigame. It's just, I feel like the area that you have to work with is a little too big. If it was shrunken down, it'd be a lot more fun and chaotic. But in all retrospect, you can technically just, everybody goes to their own corners and makes as much area theirs as they want. Of course, you can go in and fuck with people, but it's not as endearing. Whereas if it was a smaller area, you want to go around and fuck with people. That's just my opinion. Next, we have Mario Speedwagon C tier. It's a game where you basically have to rev your engines and then time the shifts as you go along. And to this day, I still do not know the timing to start the car. That might just be me, but I still don't know it. I still have no fucking clue. That's probably me though. Next, and the final 4-player minigame, we have Take a Breather. I'd probably put it at a B tier-ish. Yeah, but let's go B tier. Basically, you're clicking L and R. I don't remember if it's simultaneously or alternatively, but you're basically clicking them as fast as you can to give yourself as much air so you can take a breather. Alright, now we're going to move on to the 1v3 minigames. First, starting off with Candlelight Flight. Fuck. This one, I'd say B. It's not the best, not the worst. It's a pretty good one. Basically trying to avoid one person trying to avoid everybody who has fucking water guns. It's kind of alright. Making Waves. I'd probably say C tier. It's better than Tidal Waves from Mario Party 3. We'll say that much. It's better than that. You can actually kind of knock down the person in the middle if you time everything right and you get everybody in the right position to do everything. Or in Mario Party 3, if you have at least one normal person who understands the game, they won't be fucked. Next, we have Hide and Go Boom. I love hide and seek Mario Party minigames. I don't know if that's just me. I like it. Those are fun in my opinion. Next, we have Tree Stomp. Tree Stomp, I'd probably put C tier. The one player can easily escape most situations if they're careful and they plan everything right. But in my idea, I feel like the 3 have the edge if they can trap them. That's just me though. Next, we have Fish and Drips. I actually really like this one. I like the idea of pushing the buttons in a sequential order to do the objective. And it's a little bit lean towards the 1 player, but I'm willing to let that go because if you mess up once, because sometimes you can if you get X and Y mixed up, it can be pretty beneficial to the 3 players. Next, we have Hop or Pop. Yeah, I'd say C tier. It's not the best, not the worst. The hoppers can get away pretty easily. So that's just like my only meh thing about it, is they can get away pretty easily. Next, we have Money Belts, another coin collector, and this one I'm putting in C tier. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. My only thing and my only gripe is the fact that the one player can get a shit ton more coins. There are times, yes, where they might mess up or fail, but if they are on their game, it could basically be 30 coins to like 5 for the rest. That's my only gripe about it. Next, we have Goal! See, this one's a little weird because basically you have to kick it into the goal, obviously, and the goalie's trying to prevent that. But it doesn't really give you an accurate representation of your kicks. If I'm making sense here. It doesn't really give you, because sometimes you feel like you're kicking it, you know, just right around the middle area of the goal, whether it's left, right, whatever, and you're kicking way up high or way down low and really slow or way too fast, and it's just something about it isn't the best for me. Long Claw, I'm going back, Long Claw of the Law, holy shit. Blame It on the Crane, A tier, love this one. I love the fact that the one person obviously has to time to get the players, but the 3 players can also fuck with the timing of the one player by either going a little faster or a little slower. I like that mechanic. That's a really good one in my opinion. Now, we're going to move on to the 2v2 minigames. First up, we have the Great Deflate. This one is all about timing when it comes with your teammate. You have to time the buttons so you can smush the thwomp at the exact same time. Like it encourages a lot of teamwork, honestly. A lot of teamwork. Next, we have Reverse-A-Bomb. I don't care for this one. And the reason is, if you get hit once, which is pretty easy to happen, you're fucked. It's just, you're fucked. Because they can send the entourage of bombs your way, and if you cannot keep up with the other person as they're just continuously sending the bombs because you got knocked down for about 3-4 seconds, you're fucked. Your fucking health will just gone. It's just, it sucks. I don't like it that much. I'm even willing to put it in F tier, but I'm gonna be nice for this one. Speaking of right or left, not a good one either. I don't care for it. Mainly because half the time, as my cat is jumping on me, half the time it doesn't feel like you're really doing it correct. And then you'll get fucked over by the fire in the very last second, even though you were doing everything perfectly, and then you lose the minigame. Next, we have Cliffhangers. I'd say it's a C tier minigame. Climbing up the mountain. Gizmo, I love you, but I can't have a Mario Party 1 minigame redo where you just purr into the mic for a solid 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to let you go, okay, boy? Cliffhangers, you're climbing up the mountain and you have to time it with the wind to hang on to the mountain so you're not blowing off. You know what? I'm being too harsh on that one. That one's a solid B tier because it is about timing and planning and figuring out when to do it, when not to do it, because sometimes the wind can fake you out. I'd give it a B tier, thinking about it. The next S tier minigame is Team Treasure Trek. I love this minigame. I love the whole running around trying to find treasure or a key, and then trying to find your teammate to pair up with them so you can unlock the chest to get the treasure chest. Mwah, beautiful. One of my favorite minigames of all time. Next, we have Parasailing, another coin minigame, and I probably put it at a B tier. Coin minigames in this aren't bad except for this one, unless you're the one player. This is an even minigame. Everybody can collect basically the same amount of coins. It's just how good are you at driving and piloting the boat or yourself when you're parasailing. It's not bad at all. Next, we have Order Up. I love this minigame, man. I love Order Up. The fact it's just... Let's restart the sentence, Connor. Basically, memorizing where all of the items are, figuring out what's the best way of following it, and just getting it. I have seen some major comebacks. I have seen some major sweeps. It's one of those minigames where everything can either go smoothly or really quickly turn on its head. Next, do I even have to say it? Do I even have to say it? It's an S tier minigame, Dungeon Duos. Another one of the best minigames. These two, in my opinion, are probably number 1 and number 2. Maybe one of them can be moved to number 3 of the top 3 2v2 minigames in Mario Party history. That's how highly I think of them. Amazing minigames. This one, just the fact that you're running around collecting treasure, trying to find your teammates. This one is just a gauntlet of different things. Mashing the button to tear down the walls. Going and maneuvering your teammate across a giant chasm. Then you gotta do a little bit of a maze to find the right warp pipes. Then you're timing the buttons correctly to pump up an air balloon at the end to make your escape. I love it. It's fucking beautiful. And we go from a fucking amazing, beautiful minigame to probably my least favorite minigame in the game. Why? Why is this a minigame? You're walking around a pond slowly so you don't scare the cheeps away. Then you're swinging around your butterfly net to collect the cheeps, and then you throw them in your pen. I just don't like that one that much. Probably just me. I don't care for it. It's meh. It's bad. It sucks. Alright, now let's move on to the battle minigames so I can get off of shitty minigames. This one is Trace Race. I'm putting it at A tier. I enjoy the whole mechanic of tracing over a line. You gotta be a little meticulous about how you go about it. You can go fast, you can go slow. The only caveat about going slow is the page will catch up to you and push you forward. The only caveat about going fast is you can miss lines and you just miss shit. And then when you try to go back, it could be gone. Next, we have Chain Chomp Fever. This one is okay. It's alright. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just alright. Making your way away from the Chain Chomp. Make sure he doesn't hit you. Make sure you don't get trapped in fire. Because that can happen. You can get trapped. And then the Chain Chomp locks on you. And then you're just fucked. Next, we have the Paths of Peril. Another really good minigame. The only caveat is the fact that it's randomized basically on where you're going and what path you get depending on which way you go. It's not necessarily 100% the same. It's always random. But I do like the platforming. I do like the tight little areas to walk on. You make one mistake, you're gonna fall off, but everybody can fall off. It's not as simple as, oh no, one person fell off, I'm fucked. The other people can fall off. Some prefer to go fast, some prefer to go slow. It depends on your preference. Next, of course, the mainstay of most of the early Mario parties, Bowser's bigger blast. Was there a biggest blast? I feel like there was. You have to put it at least in B tier. It's just that recognizable. Everybody knows this minigame just like they know Book Squirm. Because it's been in, what, 3 at this point? It's been in 2, 3, and 4? Maybe not 2. I think it was in 2. I'm just going to say it was in 2. I'm probably right. It's a luck minigame. Choose your color and fucking pray. Otherwise, you're dead. Next, we have, in my opinion, one of the most underrated battle minigames, Butterfly Blitz. I'm going to defend this one because you have 2 ways of catching the butterflies. You have overhead and you have sideways. For the most part, sideways is a pretty good way to go about it. But if you want the big points, which is usually one color, specific color butterfly, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like blue. That one, for the most part, you do have to go overhand because it's a little higher up in the plane, in the axis, or the y-axis. It's a little higher up. And I like this one because you're scavenging around for a whole minute. It's not like it's a 10-second and done one. I enjoy 30 seconds to a minute. That's pretty good average of a minigame. And you have to run around collecting them. And you can steal them from other players. You can block them out. And then at the end, you just watch as all the butterflies are going. And I always love when you have the one person who caught like none of like the 1-point butterflies and they're all done, and they're seeing their 2s and 3s come, and they're like, yeah, I'm so far ahead. And then it ends, and then everybody else catches up, and then they look like a fucking idiot. I love it. It's beautiful. I will defend that one. And the final batting minigame we have is Rumble Fishing. It's a timing minigame. Wait for the rumble or wait for the exclamation point. Press A. Bada bing, bada boom. If you do it fast enough, you win. If you don't, oh well. Moving on to the Bowser minigames. The first one we have are Darts of Doom. Honestly, for almost all the Bowser minigames, except for the final one, I'm gonna put that one in C just to get it out of the way. They're pretty good. I like these two, especially this one. I'm debating whether to put it in A. I think I'll leave it in B. Darts of Doom. You watch the dartboard. You time your darts because you get 3 shots at one time. Make sure you don't hit the Bowser. Make sure you're getting some decent points. Not bad. Of course, the wheel spins as you do it, so it's a little hard to time, but either way, just make sure you don't hit the Bowser and you'll be fine. I love Fruits of Doom. I love it. But the only thing that I don't like about it, which is funny, because I like it as well, it's a little love-hate with it, is the fact that at the beginning, Bowser tells you, these are the fruits that I want to eat. He'll start slow. You'll see like orange, grape, melon, banana, apple, and then after you see that 5th or 6th fruit, all you see is a mix mash of letters. It goes so fast that you basically have to pay attention to the first letter, and I don't remember if they're capitalized when it happens, but you have to basically pay attention to the first letter, hopefully, of each one, so you have an idea of when it happens. And the final Bowser minigame is the Balloon of Doom. Press the balloon button as many times as you want. I think you can only do it 5 times if I'm not mistaken. And then at the end, hope that you're not the one that it explodes on, otherwise you are fucked. Next, we have these story minigames. These happen in the story mode. After you defeat a level, you'll get, a minigame facing off the owner, the character, whoever is in charge of that board. The first one we have is Bowser Bop. This one is pretty decent. I'd probably put it in C. It's okay. It's decent. Basically, you're running around finding Bowsers and fucking whack-a-moling them. It's alright. Next, we have Mystic Match'em. I love Mystic Match'em, don't get me wrong. Of course, the only thing is it's a little luck-based. But I like the idea of trying to collect 3 cards of the same suit, I guess, or same picture. And you can fuck with the opponent, or you can watch them put down a card that you need and you can just snag it up. Next, we have Archaeologus. I love this one. This is my favorite of the story mode mini games. Basically, if I'm not mistaken, Shy Guy or whoever is looking for a specific block or whatever, or a figure, shape, and only one of them is the right one. You gotta find the right one. Otherwise, the other person's gonna find it before you, and by the time you figuring out what it is, you're fucked, because the game's gonna be over. They're gonna get all 3 before you freaking realize that what happened. Next, we have Goomba's Chip Flip. I like it, but I don't love it. I'm going to put it in C tier. Again, it's another one of those. Fuck. Random mini games. What is it called? Oh my god, my brain is taking the biggest fart. Luck. Why couldn't you think of luck? It's a luck mini game, you fucking idiot. A luck mini game. You watch as they all come and then they spread out. Figure out which one is helpful. You're not going to. It's luck. Good luck. And the final one is Careening Koopas. I actually like this one. Mainly because you really gotta maneuver all the shells to make sure they fit in the holes, and you don't want to have them all in one spot. You want to try to get them all over the board. That way you can maybe get 2 or 3 in the holes at once. You know, trying to find the best strategy to work with everything in the game. Before we go on to the final few mini games, I do want to talk about the extra room, which you can tell isn't here. I haven't played a lot of the extra room mini games, and I didn't want to rank them because I haven't played them a lot. So that's the only reason they're not here. So if you wanted to see it, sorry. The only one I've played is the 9-player version, or however many, of Panels of Doom. That's the only one I really played in there, because I guess cat's out of the bag. I love this minigame. I fucking love it. It's obviously a luck minigame, but this one, and especially Panel Panic, which is the one that has 9 people, I'm going to put them in as the same thing, because in the 9-player version, everybody has their own dice block, as you can maybe kind of tell here. Everybody has their own dice block, and then you hit it, and whatever number comes up will drop. They're dropped, they're dead, they're gone. Oh well. Whereas in the 9-player, you can get basically every number at once, if you're lucky or unlucky. And then everybody just dies. Everybody falls to their death. It's beautiful. It's really not, but I just fucking love this minigame. Alright, so moving on, we have Bowser Wrestling. It's a sumo wrestling game. Timing and understanding how your opponent plays. And then when it gets later on, there's going to be a golden mushroom that drops in the middle. If you're in the middle, you're going to win, because then you just spam. And they can't do shit. And the final battle. Final minigame, final battle. This is I'd probably put it in A tier. It's an A tier Bowser fight minigame. Basically, you're running, doing a bunch of different obstacles. You know, you're obviously jumping from platform to platform without catching on fire. Then you have another one where it's like you're doing a little slide puzzle. Then when you get to Bowser, you're doing a thing where it's like you have to hit the 3 spots to make a triangle. If Bowser's in the middle, he'll get shocked. If he's not, you just gotta do it again. But yeah, this has been the Mario Party 4 minigame tier list. If you want to make your own tier list, obviously go to Tier Maker. It's the only one there, because I had to make it myself. But yeah, you can send it to me on Twitter. You can, obviously comment down in the comments what your favorites were. And yeah, I'd love to see your guys' opinions and just see what you guys think of the Mario Party minigames. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 9 and 10, whatever it is. I'd love to see it. So, thank you for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I hope to see you all in the next one.